I like the attitude reels did that. All right, guys, good morning. Welcome to the live stream, everyone, where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone had a good Thursday, good relaxing morning, had a healthy breakfast, ready to trade the market open. It's, what is it right now? It's, oh boy, 9:17. Let me quickly change this. It's supposed to be on Eastern Standard. There it goes. 9:17 Eastern a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is Friday, the 8th of March, the last trading day of the week. Let's hopefully end up on a good note. We got another 13 minutes till the market opens at 9:30. We'll wrap up trading by about 10:45. Check out the video description below for some FAQs and let's dive into things. Just going through here, making sure I got everything checked off, looking good. Okay, so first let's just go through the scanner. Actually, hold up. Let's quickly first go check out the SPY, the SPX futures, see what the market's going to be doing, see where it's going to be opening up. Usually it's not super important to check, but you know, it's good to notice if there's going to be maybe a big difference. Right now, it's about up 1.5% from yesterday. Not really too big, but you could see the daily chart down here. Always good to kind of keep in mind about that. Big resistance at about 300. We're kind of really stuck on this support and resistance zone. So volume's fading. There should be a break at one point, but so far it doesn't really matter to us. And this consolidation in the market has been really, really nice. It was tough trading the big moves because there's a lot more attention on the large caps. So let's go here to our scanner and see what's going on. Charles is wondering if I only trade the market open, and for the most part, yes. I would probably say about 5% of my trades are pre-market or extended hours. So we got PAR right here pulling up quite a bit higher, 50%. It's a little bit above my price range between $2 and $7 ideally. Pulled up all the way almost here to this $30 area. We got some support about 25. Could be an interesting pick. Let's probably come back to this one's up on good earnings. I'll have to check this one out in a little bit. Was not on my original watch list, so this one's kind of coming in a little bit late here. Had a huge sell-off. PAR Technology. $30 is definitely a critical zone for this one. Satoshi says, keep an eye out for WTRH. Surprised me yesterday afternoon. Yeah, you know what? I wanted to go through some of the lead gappers from yesterday. There was quite a lot from IO, Pixie, TTPH, WTRH, BMRA, and then GNUS, although we didn't really give GNUS much attention yesterday after the direct public offering. We'll see what happens to that. Ooh, ow. Oh. I just hit my finger so hard. Ow. I had a cramp in my wrist, and then I shook it out and just hit my table full on. MYO's great news gapping up this morning. What's it gapping up at? Because I don't see it yet on the scanner. That sounded solid. It was. There goes my clicking finger for the day. All right, I'm going to use my left hand for a second here. Any way to protect against GNUS? Probably avoid trading pre-market because a lot of times those direct public offerings come out pre-market and they don't typically come out between 9:30 and 10:30. I don't see it happen a lot. After 10:30 to 11 o'clock, I see them a bit more often. Whew, my finger is on fire today. Okay, so we got another 9 minutes till the market opens. Let's go through the two lead gappers that I kind of picked out this morning. Just going through our gap scanner watch list. Wow. PVAC. Let's quickly map out what's been going on with this bad boy. Up 37% pre-market, pulling back a little bit here, but kind of holding its highs all right. Let's just say 40% to keep it easy. Up on earnings as well. Earnings winners are typically fairly strong. Shares outstanding 15 million. Let me quickly just go to Finviz and see what these guys say. PVAC. My fingers are slowly coming back to life. You know when you hit your hand or your finger or something really hard and it's just numb? Now it's coming back a little bit. Shares float is about 15 million. It's a US oil and gas company. Okay, kind of interesting. 32, some resistance, 23. Very weary about 180-day moving average. There's a lot of kind of support pivot zones in here. We also have this very, very mean gap down area. So want to kind of pay attention to that around $10. Could see some support here at the 7. Let's quickly go back to the chart. So yeah, $7 definitely came in as support. And then we have 829 as an area of interest. That was kind of the open of the gap down area. I'm just looking at my finger. It's like swelling or swelling up. Is that a word? I feel like I broke something. So let's think about this for a second. It's between 2 and 7. It's over 20%, 30% ideally gapping up. That's nice, hitting in the 40% zone. 15 million float. I'm not super crazy about the oil and gas companies because they're carried a little bit more based on the macro news around it. But it is up on earnings, so that's quite nice. And it does have a potential nice room to grow. If it breaks $8, we can see probably $10 get hit fairly quickly. So I'm going to put an alert on this one, see if we break above 8, and I'll definitely keep an eye on this. Right now we have some nice multi-day support right here below it. What's up, Kobe? What did I miss? We're just going over PVAC right now. Let's actually move along the list. We have OCN with a nice little gapper here. The reason it wasn't on my list is because it's sub dollar. Does have some nice room to run. I would probably give it to at least 75 before hitting some major support and resistance. So let's keep an eye out for that area. I'm not totally sure if I'm going to be trading it because it's sub dollar. So let's kind of keep on moving on here. Also, the shares outstanding is much, much more than would be ideal. RNet is next. Not a lot of volume. That's not always a bad thing. About 40% gapping here. Not too bad. Pulling back a little bit. That's fine. Shares outstanding 19 million. Yep, I agree, Satoshi. RNet. Let me see what Finviz has to say about the float. Floating on RNet is 14 million. It's a US, again, oil and gas company. Equipment and services. Got another 4 minutes till the market opens. I like that it has room to run to $5 potentially. A lot of tops and bottoms in these areas. 2.7 area of interest as well. Let's go ahead and look at the chart. Yeah, so we went all the way up to that 1.6 zone. I would love this one to break $2. This one might open up a little slow, but if it holds as high, it might be a really interesting play. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. Also up on quarterly results. So many earnings winners here. Beat estimates by a little bit. Sometimes those are pretty hard to play. Let's check out FTEK. This one's looking really hot. Just a little reminder, it came from $0.3 not too long ago. So you want to keep that in mind. This has had a basically 3x growth already. 0.82 was a big area of resistance. Now 1.2 is big resistance, and we're just tapping that area now. This should be a pretty interesting open on FTEK. This has been a really nice climb, 123%. So this one's probably the lead gapper on the day, without a question. 25 million shares outstanding. Let me quickly go to FTEK on FinViz. U.S. Pollution and Treatment Controls Company, 17 million float. U.S. Pollution. You know what? I don't think I've seen a company in this industry this year, actually, on the gapper. It's kind of interesting stuff there. Let's see what kind of news they have. Demonstrates orders from 2 industrial power consumers. So they have big orders. It's a great catalyst. There's MYOS kind of popping up in the chart. Yeah, my problem with MYOS is that pullback. Anytime you see a pullback past 25% trending under VWAP, I really don't like it. I would probably even consider dip buying this at $1, but I don't think we're going to be trading this one. I'll put an alert here, see if we break above some of the spikes and maybe even VWAP, but I don't know about it for now. FTEK, I'm going to go back to this one. We got another minute 40 till the market opens. I want to be ready to go watching this one. What's up, TI? Appreciate that, man. BUZI starting to run. Let me check out WTRH, see where it's at, holding the highs pretty well. This could be a secondary gapper here. I'm going to put an alert, see if we break higher. BUZI was a pretty cool one yesterday. I got to say, it was quite surprising little run that it had in the bit later in the day. Here it goes again. 2.5 is a critical zone that it's breaking out of. Nice move here. This looks like it could be a second green day for this one. I really want to watch this one if it breaks above 3. I think that could be a huge run for it. So yeah, VUZI. Let's quickly go back to FTEK. I think out of the gates, I'm going to watch this one. Got another 40 seconds here. I'll be trading always my first trade. I want to do extra small position size. And then on average, about 8,000, a little over $1,000, maybe 1,100 on average. 30 more seconds here till the market opens. Remember, 1.2, big resistance here. After that, I would keep a close eye on the 1.5 level. Another 14 seconds till the market opens. It's the annoying decimal places on FTEK. It's a bit annoying on TOS sometimes. All right, guys. Good luck, everyone. Ugh. Look at that instant rip to the upside. Not gonna lie, I was expecting a little bit of a pullback past 1.1. Instantly on its way higher here. This is looking pretty solid. I would want to be trading with a bit smaller position size. I think it was halted here. It was halted. Buying this out of the halt could be a really interesting move. I don't think I would really risk buying near the high. But I would risk a smaller position buying a potential quick pullback here. This thing's going to resume at 35. I'm not totally sure yet if I'm going to keep the limit order here. I'm going to think about this for a second. I would like an entry though here. I'm a little bit nervous it might do a pullback back to the downside. But that was a really good rip to the upside. So looking pretty healthy. Definitely the lead gapper on the day. Biggest percentage gainer. Big dollar volume on this one. So looking pretty clean. Let's go to VUZI. This one actually shot through my marker my alert, but I didn't get notified here. VUZI looking pretty good, has much needed volume coming in on this one. Yesterday's high was right around 277. Strong pullback here. We have PVAC as well. This was our secondary lead gapper. Pulling back a little bit aggressively here. Would like to see a bit more volume come in. I'm going to see if maybe it's going to have a red to green move. Definitely has support here on the 677 zone. 650, a lot of big buyers here as well. Was just thinking that we might be able to buy the dip right here, and then it goes and does a little bit of a reversal here. This could be the red to green move we were talking about. Broke 7. On the 54, I'm probably going to be going back to FTEK. PVAC still pulling back here. Having a bit of a weak open. This could be a nice reversal here on PVAC. Not really getting the dip I was looking for. FTEK is going to be unhalted pretty soon here in about a minute. VUZI having a bit of a pullback. I'll be trading this one with about a $400, 400 shares. PVAC is pulling back one more time. This could be a secondary breakout for VUZI. I want to be focusing on the best setups. PSTI, something to consider as well, selling off, but I think they were, actually I wouldn't focus on that one actually, take that back. They were bought out, and they're not going to be moving today. Here we go, FTEK opening up. Wow, that was an instant gap higher there. Coming out of the halt. Huge mover. Someone might get halted into. I don't want to. This one's about to get halted right now. Choppy stuff. I was hoping we'd get more of a pullback and then I would get a quick entry and then would run back up again. It didn't happen. PSTI, remember this one was bought out about $9, so it's not going to be moving too much. I'm actually surprised that it has this much movement here. VUZI had it. This could be a breakout on VUZI right now. We had a fake out here. More consolidation, fake to the downside, didn't break. Yup. VUZI looks pretty healthy. I think I missed this one. I could have be getting aggressive here. I'm not gonna do it. This looks good though. Yup, 290, 294. Coulda, shoulda, would have been watching this one. I don't like that it's up so much though. Big resistance at 3 as well. Nice, Daniel. Happy that worked out. No trades yet from me. 937. Markets are green. A little bit thrown around because FTEK, which is our elite gapper, ended up not really well, okay, it had a nice move, but it was you know, once you missed that that hold, it was basically over. So it was kind of over before it began. VUZI, definitely our second lead gapper here. This is looking pretty healthy. Looks like it's going to break the 3. Boom, it just broke the 3. Right here, as we were breaking higher, 288. This looked like a pretty good setup. I didn't really like buying near that big resistance at 3. This is our second big green day as well. I'm gonna think how we want to trade this one. I would probably rather trade it on a break of 3 and a continuation from there. Or trade it looking for a bit bigger of a pullback, maybe past 2.7 into the 2.5 territory. All these breakouts are very weak on it. Yep, Smith, FTEK had a downwards halt. Yep. Yeah, kind of an exciting morning, but I have not been able to capitalize on anything just yet. Still watching VUZI. I'm watching the scanner, seeing if anything pulls up on our scanner that's interesting here. So VUZI was one of our late bloomers from yesterday. FTEK is going to be opening up fairly soon here. This would have been an okay breakout buy, but it was shaky breakout. Kind of reminds me a little bit of IO. XELA pulling back. It was a former runner as well. I'm going to go back to FTEK. It's about to open up here. It's going to open up actually in about a minute. There's no news that came out, so I would probably buy a move to the downside, although I don't typically like buying into stocks getting halted left and right because their spreads are so big. Yeah, 15% move is quite strong on this one. VUZI at 2.96. No need to rush into anything. There's going to be many opportunities, most likely. I mean, maybe not, but MRAM, 45% gapping up on the day. Not a lot of volume though, but south of 20 million shares outstanding, kind of interesting. Might have to look at that one in a little bit. FTEK about to open up here. This might get halted again on a pullback. Could be a bounce here at 1.2. Definitely going to be a lot of dip buyers in these areas. Still a lot of selling volume here. I'd be so nervous that I would get caught on a spread. FTEK is just not a very fun one to trade just because of that spread. You're just kind of bouncing around a little bit. VUZI at 2.9. If we have a quick pullback here to the 1, I probably would go ahead and enter this one. Still looks potentially a little bit overextended to me, but it's hard to say sometimes with spreads like this. It moves very choppy. MRAM, we were talking about it when it was 45%, and now it's at 60%, guys. Not as clean as the morning I was kind of hoping, but MRAM, anyone checking this one out? Big mover, $5, clear support in this area. Earnings. FTEK pulling back again. VUZI pulling back as well. Whoo, big old pullback on VUZI. Maybe if we got another pullback here past 60, I'd be kind of interested in it. Otherwise, I'm not really sure. SAEX, I see you guys calling it out. Yeah, it does look pretty good. It's kind of a volatile morning, huh? Just a lot of things spiking in different directions. We're not having those setups that you can kind of predict or build. We do have this nice bull flag. This was probably the cleanest one, and I kind of regret I didn't get this one, but it ended up only breaking about 6-7%. We would have had to been really quick with that one. I probably would have got chopped out. Who knows? Having another pullback here. FTEK pulling back from back at the 122. You need to be a fairly aggressive pullback for this thing to go break 60. I don't know if we're going to see that just happen here. It's about 46 now, 16 minutes since the market opened. Still no trades. So kind of a slow morning for me, but that's fine. Looks like BUZI might be bouncing here. Should be a pretty solid little bounce. FTEK, got my eye on that one as well. Joe says I'm missing a PVAC bounce. I'll definitely go check this one out. 15%, not really moving that much. Still under $10 million volume. A little bit less than I would be hoping for. But yeah, it could be a good little red to green move here. Pull back much further than I expected. 6% bounce though, not too bad. BUZI pulling back again. I want to be focused on the leads here. BUZI, PSTI, FTEK are definitely the leads. Watch out with FTEK back at 1.1. Weird day so far for me. One of those days where it's totally fine just to kind of practice a bit more risk management than anything else. I'm so happy I have my finger back. That was such a little happer this morning. The UZI looks like it's bouncing nicely in this territory. I didn't really feel comfortable buying it. We did have the low of the candle, the breakout candle right here at 2.61. So would have not been a bad time to get aggressive here. I just didn't go ahead and do it, which is fine. I'm ready to get aggressive on some setups that hopefully come up in a little bit. Look for some maybe 5-minute setups, something that's a little bit cleaner here. Definitely getting a bit of a wild Friday. BUZI pulling back one more time here. I don't know if that was a fake out or what that was. Checking out MRAM a little bit here. Woo! 149 concurrent viewers. I don't know if we've had that before. 150. I think that's a record. Nice to have you guys all here. Don't forget, we come out with a recap video later today, so if you want to check that out, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell icon too. We go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. Let me get back to trading here, but I just wanted to give a little shout out. Nice to have you guys here. BUZI pulling back. MRAM, this one does look kind of interesting as well. Still looking for this entry around 2.5. Not sure if we're going to get that. FTEK pulling back a little bit right now as well. Whew, a lot to watch, guys. This could be the reversal here. Pulled back to 58. A lot of eager beavers on this one. BUZI. Kind of taking the lead gapper role, as there was no real other major lead gapper today. And well, FTEK was, but it totally got just halted the whole time. Don't know what's going to happen with VUZI. I'm not sure if we're going to get entry. I'm kind of constantly pulling back my limit order. Going to watch FTEK here. Seeing some support in this area. Maybe we'll get an entry here, maybe not. Just a lot of choppy stuff overall. I like that it's calmed down a little bit. So it looks like this one pulled back all the way to 1.03 FTEK. It would be nice if TOS fixed the decimal place issue. Always find that kind of annoying issue. WTRH, I'm checking it out. Lead gapper from the day before. Nice, nice, nice. Red to green move, pretty strong there. 19%. 2.26, definitely some big support in that area. Probably look to trade this one about 400 shares again. Oops, I was already at 400 shares. 8 million. The reason it's not on our gap scanner is because it's not up over 20% today. It's only up 1.5% today. Big resistance at 2.5, making me a little bit nervous. Might have a pullback back to 2.2 or between 2.3 maybe. Could be a good little dip entry there. Gotta say, today's a shaky kind of day, huh? Very, very shaky here. We beat yesterday's high on WTRH. That's good news. VUZI, really close to our limit order here. Really close to that entry. Basically just kissed our limit order and then did a little bit of a U-turn there on VUZI. Gonna move down my limit order again. Maybe it's gonna break that low of 53. Been a very aggressive sell-off so far on VUZI, a bit more than you would typically hope for. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove my limit order for now. I might miss a good little reversal of bounce. I just don't like the setup here. It's a tough one, really tough. Pull back one more time. That could have been the entry. I mean, it's a little unfortunate I missed that entry. I would have loved getting in on that one. WTRH had a nice little bounce in this area. I wonder if we can break 2.5 on the day on this one. Increased price target here in WTRH. That's good. That's a good catalyst. FTEK pulling back one more time here. I'm going to remove my limit order. Strong pullback so far. Bigger support at 85. I'm not sure how we're going to trade this one. It might just be trending down. Man. What a Friday. Just kind of a... We would have had to get really aggressive out of the gates with FTEK, and then we probably would have wrapped up trading after that right away, in all honesty. PTGX kind of coming back on here. Big pullback. Wow. This one's really popping up on the radar. $10, big time support. A bit of a pivot zone here in the 11.5 area. This one's also getting halted quite a bit here. Phase 2 results, it's always good. First green day, that's what I like to see. 27 million shares outstanding, bigger market cap. Over 10 million traded today. It's going to open up here pretty soon. I'm going to watch this one open up. This one could be an interesting one. I probably would trade with about 800 shares. PTGX. NBRA climbing. Yeah, there it is, 65%. Found support at 530. This one's going to open up in like 40 seconds. Because it's just enough time to check out NBRA. Yeah, nice little pullback here. It started curling higher, 5.3, definitely some support here, first candle. This looks good. Finally a flag pattern that we could probably get behind. NBRA I'm going to be watching. I like that one. I'm watching VUZI out of the corner of my eyes. It just dropped below 2.56. Here we go. PTGX is about to open up. Should be open already. I'm not sure why it was halted again. I'm going to put an alert here. It could be a 10-minute halt. I'm just going to go. Man, I'm just jumping around today a little bit, huh? Don't really like to be in this position, but that's what happens when your elite gapper just gets halted left and right, and you did not get to jump on board with it. 4.7 big support. No, I have not bought anything yet. Here we go, MRAM. Had a quick little pullback to 5. This one's trending higher here. That was a lot of selling volume it had. I wouldn't say it's the cleanest setup. Bit of a strong pullback there. Here we go. 20 cents already. UZI at 55. Not really sure. I would probably honestly wait for VUZI to crack 5, see if support came in, and then trade it based off of that. I'm going to go ahead and cancel my order for now. I just don't really like having this order out here. It's distracting me. It's a little bit unfortunate. We're not getting some of these entries. MRAM, just, you know, something about it is just a little bit sketchy. Kind of a slow day. I would say it's not a slow day, but it's a bit of a slow day for me. And actually, for the small cap world in general, it's also a bit of a slow day. By now, we've been seeing a lot of these small caps have over $100 million in dollar volume. And right now, we have nothing even over $40 million in dollar volume. So it is actually a bit of a slow day in terms of amount of volume being traded. So days like this is sometimes really good to focus a little bit more on risk management, not doing anything silly. I gotta say MRAM does look kind of interesting. It is, you know, trending higher. It does have big support at 5. Does have room to run till probably 650. We do have a 5-minute breakout, but that, you know, it's a very choppy in this area, especially after a large run that it had. So consolidation is totally expected. 62% run. I'd probably rather buy this one on a pullback than a potential breakout. It's like $5 might crack here, actually. I probably would have got shaken out on this one like 5 times already. Ay, ay, ay. Big sellers on this one, constantly trying to push it down. PTGX opened up here at 11.5. Instantly back at 12. Man, it's like, what do you watch with this amount of chop just all over the place? 11.3, found some support, 7% bounce, not too bad. PTGX, kind of interesting. I gotta say, this one really is kind of catching my attention a bit more than a lot of the other stocks. Again, I would probably be trading this one with about $800 position size. I mean, 800 shares. Smaller position. Yeah, Peter, I totally agree. I think FTEK was a bit of that clear lead gapper, but when it did not Well, it's just been just super choppy all day, getting halted left and right, made it a little bit harder to trade. VUZI is totally stagnated at about 2.6, which is a bit unfortunate. Not a bad little bounce here on PTGX. Look at that, 9%. If we don't trade today, that's also totally fine. I always say that it's not totally fine emotionally, but it is totally fine. I mean, every day is not necessarily a good day to trade, and this is kind of one of those days. If I see a good setup, I'll get aggressive. If I don't, I don't. That's just how it is. Whew. Here we go, PTGX. What's going on? Had a pretty solid green volume bounce. This one's definitely bringing in some traders on it. You can see it's instantly popping up near the the top 5 place, which is kind of impressive because it really it had no pre-market trading. So this one just shows you that traders are a bit ready to jump on anything at this moment. Phase 2 positive news is always a good thing though. I don't know if we're going to see much bigger of a pullback. If we break 11, that would be pretty interesting. I don't know if that is something that I'd be looking into, but if we broke 11 and the selling volume faded, I would probably be looking to get aggressive then with PTGX. But it might really start consolidating in this area, and maybe it's going to have a secondary rip to the upside. We've been seeing that quite often lately. MRAM, yeah, 5.3, 5.37, 5.4. That was a pretty hot one. Yeah, there we go. So it did not break lower. Finally started moving up. 5% move again. It's a bit of a choppy stock. First quarter. This one's finding some strength, MRAM. It's nice, good to see that. Finally above the 200 moving average. It's 10:10 a.m. We could see a flat top breakout at 5.4. I'd be trading with smaller position size just because first trade. See if we can get an entry here. Looking for that breakout. Looking for a breakout past 44. Well, didn't really happen on that one. Might have to stop out on this one. Don't really want to see it break the teens here. Try to get out, but instantly the price went back up. Looks like could break 5. I want to get out of this trade. Not able to get out for some reason here. 1 second, not sure what's going on. That was a little bit annoying. I tried 3 times to get out and I had some straight up TOS issues here. Was trying to go for the 5.4 breakout, did not work. Luckily I used smaller position size. Really annoying with the TOS issue on that one. I'm gonna have to go back on the recap video and try to figure out what happened there, but I tried 3 times to get out of this one. All 3 times did not work, so I'm taking a bigger loss on this now. Looking to buy for a little bit of redemption here into the bounce. Well, that happens sometimes. It's a bit of annoying. I wouldn't really say I got aggressive, but right now a little bit past my max stop. Might have to squeeze out on this one. Having a bit of a bounce now. And I think I'm going to be out of this trade. All right, took a bit of a loss here. Kind of like a 7% loss, which is kind of a lot. A little bit on the high end. Not my favorite. Oh well, it happens. So let me quickly walk you through what I was looking for. This setup I was looking for. So MRAM was actually looking okay. We were trending higher here. I did say it was a little bit weak in this area, and this was making me a little bit suspicious. So I probably should have stuck to my gut feeling with MRAM, but we were having a little flat top here at 5.4. We were trying to break out from this area. We had one last attempt, potentially break to the upside. We had a nice little 5-minute setup. That was my goal, trying to buy that 5.4 breakout. Didn't get it this time. Today it didn't work out, so that's a little bit unfortunate. What really bothers me about this trade is the fact that I tried to get out 3 times along the way, and every time, I don't know, it did not work. You can see it here, sell. Looks like there was, I don't know, a market stop here or something. I don't even know how that got triggered. And then we had a 507 sell here. Actually, if you put a stop, if you try to sell below the market price, this will create a stop loss. That's how that got triggered this. I don't know why this one didn't get executed. And then again, 501. So luckily we got out on the bounce, but still kind of a disaster trade here. Ugh, disgusting. Oh well, that happens. Can't really do anything about that. Let's just go ahead and move on here. See what else is there. FTEK back at 113. Oh well. MRAM. I'd be a little bit careful here. This bounce might not be over yet. I could increase my position size if we pull a little bit lower there, go back to a normal position size. Like I say, my first trade, I always use lower position size since sometimes it's a little bit shaky or something like that. So let's see what happens here. Don't see any negative news coming out here. This could just be a strong sell-off, but strong sell-off indeed. We definitely have some support here in the high 50s, low 60s. I'm not sure if we're going to reach that area, but if we do, I probably would go in with about 220 to 250 position size. Well, I hope we were all able to take away some lessons, at least a little bit. If you guys do enjoy this content and this raw footage and hopefully learn something, don't forget to hit that like button. I definitely appreciate it. It's always good fun trading with you guys here. PTGX, you know what? This is the one where my attention should have been on. And this is the one I was actually even talking about. Like this could have some nice rip potential here. I think it just got halted. Yeah, it just got halted. I'm gonna definitely be watching this one out of the gate. I did want to trade it. I was looking for one more pullback past 11.5. I said, I don't think we're going to crack 11. So pretty cool stuff. Nice. It's nice that I use smaller position size. You know, losers happen. It's all about, you know, risk management and how you kind of deal with the losers. So totally fine what happened here. VUZI pulling up a little bit. This one's really just been kind of trending lower and lower. I'd be a little bit careful. I feel like every time I see a stock trending lower and lower like this, it doesn't really end too nicely. Some big buyers coming in now. Nice little 4% bounce. Halted means that if it moves over 10% in 5 minutes, it will get halted, a volatility halt. Nice, nice, good stuff. The UZI, that 2.5 entry would have been okay. Could have left my limit order on that one. Just watch out, there's almost no volume here, so a little bit sketchy for sure. Not sure why my alert didn't go off either. That's classic TOS issues sometimes. Man, they drive me absolutely insane. Ugh. Today could have been a small $20 loss in that first trade. Super annoying. Nice, Heiko got his government check. That's actually really exciting. And maybe I'll get mine at one point. Was that a direct deposit? I'm like genuinely curious if I'm gonna get a check. So PTGX is gonna open up at the 21.36. So let's wait for that. Getting a little bit more volume back into the day here. Straight check to the Vero house. MRAM pulling back potentially one more time here. I'm going to go back to PTGX. I do think MRAM is going to pull back here, but not as important. This should open up in about 15 minutes here. Oh, I'm hitting 20. Yeah, never mind. I was wrong on that. Should open up in like 45 seconds. This could be a really aggressive open, but I would probably trade it a bit more conservative, maybe something back to the 70s. UZI at 2.6. Yeah, not a bad little bounce there. 10% a share, not too bad at all. Here we go. PTGX is going to be opening up pretty soon here. Instantly starts ripping higher, similar to last time. I'd be very careful because, I mean, last time we also got a huge 14% halt on the way down. That was pretty aggressive. $14. Yoo-hoo, getting chipped. Wow, that's what I was nervous about. One of those moves. Look how strong they are. If we got one more of those, I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of an entry here. Don't think we're going to get that. It might have been everything we might see here. PTGX had a nice 5-minute breakout with a solid 1-minute pullback. Bigger spread on this one. Spread is very large on this one, which makes the possibility of it getting halted really high. Looks fairly healthy here. Got some buyers coming in for sure. Just a lot of red volume, which makes me a little bit uncomfortable. 13.4. Strong pullback here. See if we can get an entry. Could be bounce here already. Could be the reversal zone here at $13. Just watching the order book a little bit more. So we get, it's been kind of an aggressive pullback here for sure. PSTI was bought out. It won't be moving too much. PTGX getting this little bottom bounce here in. This is what we've been waiting for. Surprised that it has such a small amount of buyers coming in, but if we get a first candle to make a high here, I might go get aggressive a little bit later. I would have to reduce my position size though. It's hard to say what's going to happen. Would have expected that bounce to be a little bit stronger. 32, 35. Here we go. See if we can get a entry on this potential move higher. Not too much volume on it. You know what? I just got chopped out on this one. I think it could move higher. I just really don't like the volume we're seeing on this. You know how I feel about volume and light bounces, and this was a light volume, light bounce, everything that I typically say no to. And I just would have been really upset with myself if I held on to this any longer. I like the entry. I just didn't like the follow through. It's a little bit unfortunate there. I kind of had to use one of my trades on something that wasn't really too hot. So, not my best trading day. So one red trade, one scratch. We're down 60 bucks on the day. Not the worst, not the best. It's just, it is what it is. This could keep breaking higher here. But that light volume really got me on edge. And I did not want to get stuck in a 10% flash to the downside. Here we go. This could be just charging up here. Finally, we have some bit more volume coming in. This is what I've been waiting for. I'm going to keep watching this one. I like how this one is kind of the lead gapper on the day now. VUZI totally has kind of died off. MRAM. There was a nice bounce, but just not as interesting. FTEK also really just consolidating, not doing too much of anything. So I'm just going to keep watching this one. See if we can get an entry on this one at a decent spot somewhere along the way. Look at that sell volume. That is just, it really freaks me out a little bit here. No light volume, consolidating near highs makes me extremely nervous, especially a little bit later in the day, or like right now. But it is holding the 15-minute EMA. To be honest, I was really nervous about a flash pullback, and I knew that if I wanted to have proper risk management, I would have to cut my losses, and I felt like the chance of that happening was just really, really high. Yeah, I would be negative again. Here we go. This could be a good setup here. Instantly bounces. VWAP holds its place. Again, I'm going to give this one a little bit more time. But this one's definitely building up volume, which is nice. Pulling back again. $10:31 a.m. Just giving it a little bit longer here to do something. gotta say, it keeps holding the highs pretty okay. I think there's definitely a lot of bullish people here trying to squeeze in a trade for Friday. This could be a bit of a crack coming up here. Whew! Wow, this is a roller coaster on this one. Just kind of an emotional roller coaster. Kind of an ABC pattern here. We've got the A, B, C. This could be a little D breakout here. Might be seeing a breakout now. See if we can get a little bit more aggressive on it. Through 10, a little bit slower than I expected here, this potential breakout. Not too much selling volume though. Close out half of this position. Yeah, gonna be another loss here, unfortunately, unless it just happens to break out right now. Just took a little bit of risk off the table. Small position size now. This would have to be a fairly big break to even make any profit. Oh, wait. There's not a lot of selling volume though. We're just not getting a lot of follow through on a lot of these moves. For still trending a little bit lower. Some decent. $308. I'm going to call it quits on this one. All right, I'm out of this one. You know, this loss makes a lot more sense. The MRAM loss should have also been like a $10 loss, but it was meant. That was the breakout. That was 340 instantly. We'd be up 20 cents a share right now. Well, I guess today just was not my day. 350, literally right as we get out. I love this setup. I really like this setup. We had one false breakout here that I was going for. We had a second false breakout here that I was going for. I'm kicking myself in the butt a little bit. So we're down 70 bucks today. Not really the worst. Not the worst day. Gotta say though, it's a little bit painful to see this thing rip right after I cut my losses on it. But we were only down about 1%, so whatever. This would be really nice to have unlimited trades because right now, I mean, I never want to get I never like entering a trade, right? The same ticker after I get out because I feel like I'm doing emotional trading. But sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you got to cut your losses. You got to react to the price. And then you can correct yourself. You know, I'm only right around 60% of the time. 63, I think, is my stats right now. So when you finally get, it's a little bit of a guessing game. But once you finally see this thing breaking out to the upside, which PTGX looks like it is finally breaking to the upside. Yeah, I could have probably been a little bit more ballsy on it, but just wasn't my day. 2 losers, 1 scratch. But what's nice is the fact that, I didn't trade that hot today. The market wasn't that great today, and I didn't take that big of a loss just because I had my risk management pretty hard in check today. Let's see what it does. Definitely going to be studying this one a little bit here. PTGX. 5-minute breakout, 1-minute pullback. This could be a really, really nice entry. I wish I had one more trade. Oh well. This has been a phenomenal week. It's been an epic week, and red days are part of it. So that's totally fine. I'm absolutely not upset. I'm a little upset with the first trade. The first trade, not being able to exit where I wanted, was a bit annoying, but what are you gonna do? So we definitely have a bit of resistance here at 15. CLSK pulling back. Secondary move to the upside. I can't believe this thing finally breaks out right when I get out. 8%. Yeah, this would have put me green on the day, this trade right here. 14.5%. Yeah, so right call, right everything, wrong timing, which sucks when you have the wrong timing because it's like you did everything right. You just did it a little bit too soon. What I could have done was wait for the actual big breakout confirmation. So this was the real breakout candle. I thought this was it because when this was a full body candle, it was above the former candle. And that's typically what you look for a breakout. So this one wasn't the worst move. It just was the wrong time. Let me catch up on the chats here. You trade, Satoshi says, I traded that one like I was gambling. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to rewatch my recap video and rewatch this video in like 2 days and think about that. I felt like I was just following my risk management, but who knows, you might be right. You definitely have a different perspective, so that's always good to hear. Honestly, PTGX, I think, might have another nice big run. If it breaks 15, this thing could really, really rip. It's also the lead gapper on the day now, and it has really late, the volume's coming into this one fairly late. So I think PTGX could be a really, really solid afternoon setup. Oh man, this might even break 15. Oh, I'm about to like shed a tear. Yeah, so PTGX, yeah, Satoshi, you might be right. You know, maybe I was trying to get in too early. I was trying to do, maybe make up for something. I don't know, you could be right. I definitely did not wait until the volume was totally there. I thought this volume spike was the beginning. Oh man, look at that PTGX. Look at that spike to the downside. You know what? I don't really regret anything because this was just not a really good day to trade. So the fact that we didn't lose that much money today is almost a win in my book. I think I'm gonna have to really, yeah, we kind of called that out too. I think after FTEK got really choppy, we were like, it's not really the nicest trading day. Could have probably thrown in the towel there and then. We would be up $70 from where we are now. So yeah, we ended the day $74.90 in the red, 2 red trades. Really the biggest loss was the first one because we couldn't get out. That was really annoying. That was MRAM. Yeah, so MRAM was trying to buy the breakout here at 5.4. Got a little bit of a pullback, was looking for a rip, didn't happen. This one pulled back, bought that breakout at 10.10. It's okay time. I tried to get out here at 5.20 or something in the 5 teens area, something like that. I couldn't get out. And then eventually I got out on this little bounce here. So that was that one. Interesting stuff. In total, we're up. We started with about 4K and we've paid ourselves already. Probably we're up about $3,000, almost $3,000. I think like $2,700. I would have to get the calculation on that. So we're like in this 65–70% account growth range, which is pretty nice. Not bad at all. Yeah, totally Satoshi. Those first, I've noticed that as well. And that's why the first trades, actually the first trade on the day, I'll always take with like extra small position size. So my ideal position size is like 1,050. So I took the first one with 900. I probably even could have done $800 because then even if you have like the worst loser, it's not that hard to dig yourself out of that trade. Plus, you could use a bit more position size in the future, but also at the same time, you don't really want to like do revenge trading. So you gotta figure that out. I think everyone's gonna be different. This is like a super subjective topic. Unbiased trades, look under your monitor button. Yeah, so yeah, I could do that. But the problem is we switched into this account halfway through the challenge. So there's only $1,600 profit in this account. We are originally using a margin account. And then I opened this cash account and moved the money into this cash account. We also have like, in the beginning of this challenge, I did a few trades on Webull. So those are documented somewhere else. So it's not the most accurate number, but yeah, you get a little bit of idea here, what's going on. I think once we grow this account to like $10,000, like the first $1,000–$2,000 profit won't be as important because we'll be making, you know, $200, $300, $500 more on average. Right now we're still like between maybe $50 and $70 average on the better days. every now and then we get like a $200-300 day, but then we need like a big winner, right? Our account size is just still too small. No, if I had more capital, I would do everything the same. I'm trying to trade this account like I have, you know, like I'm taking 20, 30, $40,000 position sizes. So I would not change anything. MRAM, a little bit choppy here on the pullbacks. We did have a nice little breakout here. We had a one pullback and then this rip here is 16%. This was actually kind of an interesting spot right here. I like this one. Also, I like this buy right here as we broke above the 5 and we had a little pullback here, 2-minute rip to the upside. That's a really nice one as well. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I traded the wrong setups today. It's a bit weird. Just happens sometimes. Strong pullback here to 2.47, rips up to 9%. I think we could have probably done this one. This is not too bad of a trade that we could have done. FTEK. Wow, if we left our limit order, we actually would have had a nice little trade on this one, but now it's pulling back. I was worried that this pullback would happen sometime here, so I removed my limit order. PTGX. I think this one's just unfortunate, you know, like the way this one moves is just a little bit tricky here, but right now it's trending to the upside. We're kind of holding the 15-minute EMA a little bit. I don't like the flash crashes PTGX has had, but this one's the lead gapper. It shows the most strength, so that's why I got aggressive on it twice. Unfortunately, I was shaken out right before the move higher. So a little bit sloppy trading, I guess, on my end. Oh well. Yeah, VUZI. I would probably consider trading this one back to VWAP. I don't know if I would trade it past that, but I probably would consider that. The only problem with that is the gains aren't that big. Unbiased traders wondering when I'm going to size up my position size. Every day after a green day, you know, in theory, I can trade a little bit more, and that's what I've been doing. When our account was at $4,000, I was often trading with $600, right? And now occasionally I'm trading with $12,000. So I'm continuously sizing up along the way. And once we hit the $25,000, we can trade obviously with technically $25,000 for a trade and then trade again right away, because we'll be able to do basically unlimited trading if we move the account to a margin account, which we could definitely consider doing. What I would probably do when I hit $25,000, I'll probably, for the first month or two, I don't know, I'm not going to put any limits until I feel comfortable. I'll probably be trading with about $5,000 position size, because when we get to $25,000, we're going to be already trading with like $3,000 to $4,000 position sizes, because I divide my account into six trades. That's why right now I'm trading with about $1,050 on average, because it's 1,050 times 6 gives me 6,300, right? If that makes sense. So that's why I'm trading on average $1,050 per position size. So when we get $25,000, we'll be trading pretty much already at What exact number would that be? Yeah, so 25,000 divided by 6 is 4,160. So probably I'll be trading on average 4,100 or something like that. PTGX almost at 14 bucks, man. Ooh, this would have been such a nice little way to end the day. We were so close, so close. It was so painful cutting those losses. The first one was like, oh, okay, well, this isn't going to be, you know, I'm not going to have a green day anymore. That's like a little bit upsetting. And then the second one was just like, well, this one's not going anywhere. What I should have done is really wait for a break of 13, but I thought this was the breakout here because I was looking for an ABC pattern. And this was like an A, B, C, D, E, F pattern. And then, yeah, I thought it was over. I don't know. Take a look at MRA. I'm guessing you mean MRAM, right? Or do you really mean MARA? MARA. Oh yeah, you probably do mean MARA. Here's a nice one. I like a good call out. So this one, yeah, this is what we have been looking for all day today. Something trending above the 15-minute EMA. Look at this one, holding its highs really nicely. Breakout consolidation, solid moves. Good call. Tiage, very sweet stuff. Big resistance right here at $1.05, $1.06, $1.07 maybe. I'd really be careful in this zone. But overall, cool play, good stuff. Big volume, 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth big green volume day. That's kind of impressive. Sub dollar, typically don't be, I'm not trading these, but the fact that this one, you know, has some momentum behind it makes it kind of interesting again, huh? $10 million volume. CODX, let's go check this one out. I probably wouldn't trade CODX just because we've been trading it. We've traded it in the past, not in this account, but I've traded it in a different account, and it's already up way too much. It had a low of 69 a few months ago. It hit a high of 21. It's a bit on the backside of the move. If this had a flat top breakout and we broke $16, I would probably give this one a bit more attention, which it could. It definitely could. It could easily run to $100. You don't know, but I probably wouldn't trade CODX until it did break out of that. But the morning run wasn't too bad. I don't like the fact that a perfect low to the perfect high is only like 7%. That's just really, really uninteresting to me. Satoshi is officially in UZI. Yeah, that breakout didn't really work, man. David, playing with fire. Can't believe I had to end the Friday red a little bit. That first trade, man. That first trade should have been like a 2-3% loss. And somehow It was a fat daddy, like 7% absolute whacker. I'll be wrapping up in probably a few minutes here. Yeah, we've all been there, Heiko. I just got the notification, by the way. I refreshed my YouTube channel and I'm officially at 4,000 subscribers exactly. So don't even think about unsubscribing. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to say it's been an absolutely reckless and super fun journey. I was not expecting this. I was making a bunch of crypto videos like a year and a half ago, and it was just, you know, kind of slow stuff, really just doing trade reviews. It wasn't really focused on maybe clear direction for the channel. I was just posting trade reviews. Then I started day trading again, and I was like, I should do a little bit of live streaming. Why not? I did not think it would pick up at all. For the first like few months, it would be like 3 of us in the chat room just kind of messing around. And then I was like, okay, we could do a $25,000 challenge. And I don't know when it started picking up, but I think sometime in January, like mid-January or February, it's really started picking up. So guys, it's been an insane journey. I've been learning so much from you guys, and I hope you guys are learning a lot as well. So really, really cool stuff. Satoshi says he was number 3. What? Satoshi, you still need to email me, but you know what? I'm going to give you... a wrench as well, but you got to email me because I need your email so we can contact off of YouTube. That's why I need it. And then we can get on like Skype or something or Discord or whatnot, but definitely shoot me an email, alex@tradejournal.co. That way we can, you know, talk about world domination and other things with Heiko. Whoa, 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 Satoshi says. Have you? Because it's in the video description. It's right. It's like the first thing in the video. No, it's the last thing in the video description. It's in the video description. You just gotta click the button that like extends it. Uh-oh. All right. Just don't spam people too much. AB says he bought $2,000 worth of your Bitcoin. That's funny. Joe says, what microphone am I using? I'm using the blue microphone. I think it's called like the Jetty or something. It's also the blue one. I wonder if I could pull it over here. Using this microphone. It's a little bit on the left side of me. That's why I know it's a little bit annoying if you guys have 2 speakers or surround sound, so I apologize for that. I think in the future, I'm just gonna put a thing up so I can just have it here. I think that'd be a lot more enjoyable for you guys, but this is the microphone I'm using. It's a pretty sweet microphone, I like it. Although if I had like an Apple laptop, I could just probably use the microphone in my laptop. Leave it to Windows to like have to buy third-party everything for anything to work. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like it as well. Although the volume thing on it is really, I don't like it because you don't know what setting the volume's on. There's no like click, there's no numbers, there's just a circle. How am I supposed to know where the volume is? So I find that part a little bit weird. Heiko's going for the dip on VUZI. I think everyone's doing a little bit of emotional trading today. So cheers to emotional trading, guys. Today was a good day to learn what not to do. I can't believe we gave back like 70 bucks profit for no reason. That was so unnecessary. I think that was my biggest loss in like the last 2 weeks. Okay, never mind. I had that pretty big loss like 2 Fridays ago. Checking out the chat again. Thanks, Scott, Chris, Alan. Thanks for that. I appreciate the congrats. I'm still a little bit confused. I feel like somebody's just playing a giant joke on me, but it's been good fun, so might as well keep going. I got to look at the equalizer on OBS. It's probably a good idea, actually. That's a really good idea. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Is that so even if I'm recording from the side, it still sounds like it's coming from the middle? I'm not gonna lie, I have really bad recording skills and like video skills. It's never really been my forte. It's never really been something I've been that interested in. So I'm like, I'm not good at it. All right, Satoshi, I'm definitely gonna make that the title, emotional trading. Should we call it how to the guide on emotional trading? Is that like the dumb guide? No, what's it called? The what were those like Cliff Note kind of books that are like oversimplified everything? All right, whatever. The guide to emotional trading. I like that. For dummies, yeah, for dummies. Yeah, that's the Jeffrey, that's the one I was thinking about. Oh, okay. That's probably really good for this trading channel because sometimes I really do scream a lot. The whole room, yeah, the whole room. Now I'm getting you and Heiko mixed up. I just see blue. How the whole room emotional traded, yeah. I always notice that I do a little bit of emotional trading when I don't get and when I do not get a trade in the first 15 minutes of the market open. I tend to be a little bit more sloppy because I have like a visual time slot in my mind. Like I need one trade here, one trade here, one trade here. It's totally ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason for me to think that way. But with a small account under $25,000 and it's a cash account, you have to divide your trades up. It's really annoying. So I get in these like artificial trade allocation modes. And when I'm not fulfilling those allocations, I feel like I am starting to get a little antsy. Like I need to put a trade in. It's really, really unnecessary. When tendies, what are tendies? When tendies go bye-bye. Are you talking about like 10, 20, 30 bucks? PTGX, guys, this one is laughing at my face right now. This one's like, Alex, you bought at 13. We hit a high of 14.75. You could have made $1.75 a share. But nope. You cut your losses like a fool. Will says, call it grab your blanket trading. That's more like hide under my table trading. But yeah, I'll be sitting on the couch later today under my blanket with a few tears in my eyes. I leave that part out on the trading recap videos. You guys only see where I'm still holding it together, but in reality, it's a total meltdown. PTGX 1518, guys. This thing is breaking higher. $2 a share for my entry. Like it's all about them extremely shareable videos. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Is it Genopi? Genopi? Henopi, maybe? Do I use hair and tails for directions? Hair and tails. I'm not sure what you mean by hair and tails. I use the tail of a candle or the wick of the candle quite a lot. I'm not sure if I heard of the hair part. Leaking FOMO everywhere. Man, FOMO is real. Anyone that says FOMO is not real has never traded before. I should call PTGX headquarters and be like, listen guys, it's time to do a direct public offering. I can't believe this trade. This was like the perfect trade. Like we called it out. We called it here at the 1150s. Said this was big time support and resistance. We called this basically oh god, triangle pattern here. There's another word for it that I'm looking for. Basically ABC pattern. What was I thinking about? A classic ABC pattern that just took way too long to break out. So it faked me out twice. Here's the clean breakout. That was the buy entry. I didn't have any trades left. This is sketchy. This is danger zone. Nice breakout here from the 15. 1 minute pullback after a 5 minute breakout. Continues its run to the upside. Man, oh man. PTGX. Unbelievable. AG says FOMO is why I'm watching and not trading now. Yeah. I'm 100% on board with you on that one. Ugh. Yeah, Satoshi, I'd be pretty on board with that. Although I think I would like 6 trade. No, wait. Well, the more the better, obviously, right? But yeah, I totally feel you, man. Like 3 trades doesn't make any sense at all. I actually don't know the history behind the rule. I'm gonna have to look into the history. It doesn't make any sense. Like what's the reason for it? I know like the classic thing that you learn in like Finance 101 to protect yourself from trading, but I would argue that it makes people make a lot more mistakes, if anything, because you have all these artificial boundaries put on you that don't make any sense. So you're gonna do artificially ridiculous decisions. UZI, go girl, Heiko says, 2.65. I'd be careful with this one. You might be right, but always, always, always check out that volume and see how this volume is very weak. Just keep that in mind. Look at FTEK. This one really just sold off, huh? It was a good thing we stopped looking at it. Had a nice bounce at 93, 6-7%. Oh man, you know, today just dip buying stuff would have been the way to go. Just dip buying anything. Although I don't want to mix up my pattern, my strategies. So honestly, buying MRAM on the way up, we had a nice 1-2 pullbacks. Here on the way up, 1-2 pullbacks. You know, those could have been your trades right there. That could have been 4 trades. Yeah, 20 trades per week. Look at Heiko going all in. Totally agree. Should just not even be a rule. Yeah, ABA, I agree. Protect new traders, and it doesn't make sense. I'm surprised there's still over 100 people in here. Come on, guys. Isn't there anything to do on Friday? Or you're probably just getting ready to start the weekend. I'm about to grab a beer and go for a walk. I'm pretty excited. Actually, that reminds me. I actually have I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, I have a scheduled beer in like an hour and a half, so I gotta actually kind of get going here. I wish we could just watch the market all day and just be happy with that. Actually, I am happy with that. All right, guys, I honestly gotta wrap up here. Joe is reminding me that I totally dropped the ball with PSTI. I mean, not PSTI. Where did it go? Oh, it's off my watch list. You know why it's off my watch list? Because it went over $15, PTGX. My scanner doesn't pick up stocks over 15. Oh, yeah, so another reminder on how ridiculous I traded today. It's always good to be reminded 1,000 times. Kick you when you're down, up 25%. No way I would have held all that. I schedule my beers. Well, to some extent. I know that around a certain time, there will be beer drinking activities. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Carmela. That 11 o'clock where we had the breakout here was looking like 11:06 actually. Oh my God. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to a corner and cry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna do the recap video. I hope you guys have a great weekend. A lot of stuff to look forward to for next week. We just gotta remember, if the market is light, you just gotta be careful. You gotta trade what has the most volume. PTGX was really there. Well, you don't have to trade what has the most volume, but that's typically what I look for. Those usually have the best follow-throughs. It was just kind of a slow day. Still, we're not seeing stocks with over $100 million volume. That's really, really light. PTGX might actually. Let me quickly see what it's at. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. $129 million volume. Yeah, okay, so PTGX is really the hot one. Here's a big pullback maybe. All right, guys. Till next time, stay safe, make some awesome trades. I'll see you in the recap video, and I'll also see you guys first thing Monday morning. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the support, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, that's everything for now, guys. Till next time. Ciao, ciao.